Boom, 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 Chanka, lads and lasses. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another Transfer Daily News video for you, and just general United news. I hope you're all having a good one and are doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's just make sure this is coming through. Yes, it is, and we've refreshed it. Great stuff. I can see all you legends in the chat here. Matty Rush, Aaron Homeyard, G-Wolf United, Ellie, Adam Crooks, Kota Worth, Sandy Barash, Primot, G-Wolf United, Mark Voot, everybody, Kabaki HD, Ryan Burberspin 9, everybody, thank you so much for getting in here and waiting for me to get going. Sorry, I was a couple of minutes late. Poxy green screen issues again. I just don't think it's green enough. I don't know what the hell's going on with it, but if I disappear in this video, I apologise, guys. It's having a nightmare. But anyway, hope you're all good. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into the main Manchester United news of the day then. Well, you know, it depends. There's a bunch of different Manchester United news stories going on, actually, which we'll cover in this video. There's a lot of new stuff to talk about. So strap yourselves in, baby, because this one's going to be a screamer. Anyway, Jarvis Cocker, how you doing, mate? K-Am says, I got the notification. Come on, my son, get in there. Finally, the notifications are coming through. James Price, how you doing, James? Halima Mahat, what's going on, Halima? Shout out to you all for stopping by. Okay, let's get into it then. So, as you can see from the title, we're talking about Jadon Sancho today. Jadon Sancho, of course, has been linked with a move to Manchester United all freaking window long. But at the start of the window, when Manchester United had the negotiations with Dortmund, we were unable to reach an agreement with them. Now, of course, we did reach the agreement with the player, so it's not really an issue of the player not wanting to come to Manchester United. The stumbling block is, from what we understand, there's a couple of different things. There's the agent fees, which also are a factor, but also the fact that Manchester United were not prepared to pay a significant amount up front for Jadon Sancho. They were trying to pay 60 million euros up front and the rest over a period of time, which for Dortmund is not an attractive enough proposition to get them to want to sell their star player to us. But, you know, we're just hearing now that Manchester United are still pursuing Jadon Sancho. Is a bit of information we've got from an inside source at Manchester United. Thank you to Matt Rush for keeping me informed and in the loop. And you know, I don't really want to say who it is in case because it's just our inside information. That's how we've been able to get some of these videos out the last few days before all the other bigger channels have done, and a lot of situations about the same stuff. If you'll notice, a lot of the other big channels are doing the same stuff we're doing just the next day or later or something. So we're all over this, guys. We're all over this. But anyway, basically, of course, there's no deal for Sancho agreed yet. There's no deal for Sancho at all. No bids have been made. And of course, Dortmund haven't accepted any sort of bid or anything like that. But what it's understood to be is simply a case of Manchester United still basically re-establishing the contact with Dortmund. It's understood that if we actually bid in, the staff believes that if we bid 120 million euros, basically 70 million euros up front, in the first instalment, then Borussia Dortmund would accept that bid as long as it is a minimum of 70 million euros up front on the first instalment, and it has to total 120 million euros in order to bring Sancho to the football club, which is a heck of a lot of money. It's over 100 million pounds, so it's a heck of a lot of money. What do you guys think about that sort of a fee? I mean, smash a thumbs up in the live chat and on the video if you think we should be paying 120 million euros for Sancho in this window. Smash a thumbs up, lads and lasses. Ice Queen Gaming, how you doing? Marco, Isak Gangso, John Abraham. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and getting in here. Hit that like button. Get involved in the live chat. I want to hear from you. This is a Manchester United News daily show. I'm trying to get new content out every single day at 3 p.m. and sort of 9 p.m. or the evening. Sometime in the afternoon, sometime in the evening. That's what we're planning. There's lots of stuff to go over today in terms of Manchester United rumours, both in and out. So yeah, I mean, it's looking like Manchester United are still pursuing Jadon Sancho. Don't know if you saw today, Mason Greenwood's been awarded the number 11 shirt. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I think it's absolutely brilliant, and I think it also leaves the door wide open for a number 7. Who is going to be our number 7, lads and lasses? It's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, we'll see what happens on this one, but I'm feeling ever more confident that maybe Manchester United will get the Sancho deal done. The only real letdown previously, like I say, was the fee that Manchester United were looking to pay up front, and agent fees and things like this halting the progression of the deal. But basically, he's still our top target for this summer transfer window. The club still wants to get Jadon Sancho in this transfer window. He's our priority from what we understand. So whether or not that materialises, that's another question. Can a deal be done with Dortmund for Sancho? Will we be prepared to pay the money? We know that our owners, the Glazers and Woodward, they're reluctant to spend money at such a rate at Manchester United. That's why they're shopping around in the bargain bin effectively. But yeah, I mean, look, it's about 120 million euros that we would have to pay, guys. So get your thoughts and opinions in what you think about the situation with Sancho. John Abraham comments, there's a better right winger than Sancho called Domenico Berardi. Check him out. Very interesting, my friend. Well, I haven't heard too much about that guy, to be honest with you. So I'm thinking maybe Jadon Sancho is, further along. We'll see. You never know. What I like about Sancho is he's only 20 years of age. And he's basically developing. If you paid 120 million for somebody who's 20 years of age and they're already one of the best players around, which it seems like he is if you look at his statistics and what he's done in the Bundesliga, then I would say that he's only going to get better, and that fee becomes a lot lesser over the course of 10 years, doesn't it? KM Leong, what's going on, KM Leong? He says, pay the money and get it done. The shirt sales itself will recover them back, especially number 7. You're spot on. This is the thing. We need to get a number 7 in there. We need to get a proper number 7. We've had some brilliant number 7s over the years. Jadon Sancho, it's a big shirt number to give him, Manchester United's number 7. But if you're going to be paying that sort of money for a player that's as good as he is, then it makes a lot of sense. And he would be the perfect number 7 for Manchester United right now. So I hope that is the case, guys. I hope that Manchester United are seriously still looking at getting Jadon Sancho in, because we need him. We've gone over the depth that it would give us at the top there. He's obviously a quality attacker. He's a proper flying winger. He's a great all-round sort of attacking player. When it comes to finishing, goal scoring, creation, vision, all that stuff, he's got absolutely everything. He's rapid as anything. He's 20 years of age. He's an England international already. He will be an England international for the next decade. And I just think he's a special talent that United should do everything we can do in our power to get him. Simple as that. Nice one. Yeah. KM, thank you very much, as we're shopping at B&M bargains. Dude, it seems like it. Although, to be fair, it's one of those, it's more like one of those ones if you've got one of those apps and you go in there and you scan the barcode and it's meant to sell for $29.99, but it actually sells for £2, so you get away with it for £2. It's more like that with the Donny van der Beek situation. It's a bargain. He's a good player. It's a great bargain. G. Wolf thinks number 7 for Sancho if he comes in. I think that is a given, really. I think he would definitely be given the number 7 shirt. Well, you can't say definitely, but a big marquee signing like that, a great player who's going to be getting better over the next years, I think he would definitely suit that number 7 shirt. Brandon Williams got the number 33 shirt today. Shout out to Brandon Williams, my birthday buddy. Happy birthday yesterday, bud. 20, many happy returns. Getting better and better at Manchester United, of course. And also Mason Greenwood with the number 11 shirt. So let's just talk about that quickly, actually, and then we'll get into the rest of the Manchester United transfer news. But that is the big breaking news of the day right now, anyway, and officially from Manchester United, is that Brandon Williams has been given the 33 shirt for next season, and Mason Greenwood has been given the number 11 jersey for next season. Come on, my son, get in there. I'm absolutely buzzing for Mason on this one. He's got bloody Giggs's number. There's some fantastic players over the years before my time as well that have, of course, worn the number 11 jersey. It's an iconic shirt for didn't Georgie Best wear the number 11? Yeah, it's an iconic shirt for Manchester United. So the fact that Mason Greenwood has got this number, I think, is just so sort of massive for his career, massive for what he's going to do for the season, huge for what it means with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of the importance that Mason Greenwood's going to have in this squad this season, because I think it's fair to say that the shirt number he had previously, the season that he had coming in, bit part, breaking his way through, taking a place at the end of the season instead of Dan James, I think he's developed and got so much better over the course of the last year, and he's only getting better, and I think Solskjaer knows that. He knows he's always going to be around this United side because he's that bloody good. He's got everything, this kid. So it makes so much sense. Yeah, that's right. Sandy Barrett says best wore number 11. Yeah, there you go. Gaz G says best wore 7 and 11. Oh, okay. So, yeah, fantastic that he's got the number 11. It's iconic, guys. Georgie Best, Ryan Giggs, it's bloody iconic. The number 11 shirt. It does not get well, it does get, I suppose it does get more iconic like the number 7, say, but it doesn't really get much more iconic than the number 11 at United. So Mason Greenwood is our new number 11 for the foreseeable future, forever probably, until he retires probably. I want to get this kid, you know, to hopefully he progresses and continues as he is, and he avoids any serious injuries, but I am expecting this kid to go on and have the longevity of a Ryan Giggs at this football club. Maybe it would be ridiculously hard to replicate the success that Giggsy had, because that was our most successful period as a team ever, and it's hard to replicate that amount of success in such a short period of time during the Sir Alex Ferguson era. But I still think that there will be a lot of success for Mason Greenwood coming in the future, guys. So get in there, my son. What do you think about it? Thank you so much for everybody that's tuning in, by the way. Hit that thumbs up button on it. Leave a cheeky like on the video if you have not done so already. And get in here. If you're just getting in here, have your say. Pablo says, when are you going to spit some more bars about transfers, Notorious P.I.G.? I don't know. Watch this space on that one, my friend. You never know. Shout out to Irfan Kadade. He says, what's the news? New transfer. So basically what's happening, it's just really the fact that Manchester United are reigniting the Jadon Sancho interest, and we're going to be renegotiating with them. There's some reports to suggest that Manchester United would like to table a bid before the 8th of September. Look, this is all, we don't really know 100%, but this is the sources. Look, sources have told ESPN. We've got our own sources. Mr. Matt Rush, of course, has our own sources that he informs me of all the time, by the way, and does a great job of keeping it private. He's actually had people message him asking about some of this stuff, but he says it's exclusive to the pig. So thank you very much for that, dude. There's a lot of good sources coming out of, coming out right now to do with Manchester United ins and outs. So hopefully a bid will be tabled for Jadon Sancho over the coming week. I mean, why wouldn't we? It makes perfect sense. Dortmund would sell him for that. They're not going to accept chump change for him. He's one of the world's best players already, you could make an argument for if you're looking at the statistics. And he's only 20. And he's been doing most of this development from the ages 17 to 20 over there. He used to be a City player, so it's like he went there to further develop his career, and boy, oh boy, has he done that. It sort of goes to show you how wrong the system is in England for developing future English talents, I don't think, because they don't really get a look in. Unless they're super good, like the Rashfords and the Greenwoods of this world, it's hard for them to get a look in, especially at these big clubs like City, where everyone's on massive money, and you cannot justify playing a young kid over an experienced, expensive, high-waged player. So I think it is something broken in our system here, because he's had to go to Germany to develop and prove himself. But thankfully he's done that. Thankfully he will be coming to, hopefully he will be coming to United at some point during this window. I would like to think it'd be in the next week, guys. But look, we all know what our board is like. We all know what the Glazers are like. So it wouldn't surprise me if United still messed up this deal and completely mashed up this deal and just let it go by the wayside, and maybe let somebody else come in for him in January or something and just didn't do it. But I'm still feeling positive and optimistic, because you know why? Because we need him. We need these players. We need to mount a serious challenge. We've got to close the gap. Chelsea tried it. Liverpool, City, they're all still there. Arsenal, Tottenham, they'll all be there. Well, maybe not Arsenal, but we've got to do our best to close the gap, everyone. So that's why I'm thinking it has to happen. Let's have a little vote in the live chat then, Nantanasses. Let's have a little vote. Hand on heart, if you had to say, will Manchester United sign Jadon Sancho before the end of this transfer window? What do you think is the answer to that? Stick a 1 in the live chat for yes, we will sign him. Jadon will be a Man United player by the end of the window. Or stick a 2 in the live chat for no, our border melters, we probably won't go and buy him. Stick it in the live chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts as a general consensus here to see if you think we will get him. G Wolf, Waka Sakram, Gaz G, Will, Aaron Homeyard, they all say 1. Rory says we will sign him. Cota Worth says yes. Lynette Giggs says 1. Mark O, Rory, Katorga, Oli Gunnar Solskjaer, Mark Voot, Sean Remmer, Light, all with the 1 vote. There's nobody voting for 2 yet. Hey, Ronnie Huggins, Oli Gunnar Solskjaer, Cantona 7, Wesley Gelland, Light, Adepeo Fawaz, Adam Crooks, everyone with the 1. Scujo 1 votes 2, so Scujo 1. Scujo 1, a little bit pessimistic about this. There's actually good cause for that. If you look at the big transfers that United have made over the last few years, like the big boys, Maguire, Bruno, we're talking the experienced players here, the players that are coming in for big money, for a big amount of money, and actually Bruno's deal for the player we've got seems like chump change now. But certainly under both scenarios, there was a long delay in negotiations. It took a long time for Manchester United's board to get the deals done. They didn't want to pay the money that was initially being asked of by the parent clubs, obviously by the clubs that own these players, and they just wanted to bide their time, renegotiate, try and get them for less. And so you saw that a lot with Manchester United when it comes to buying big players. That's one of the most frustrating things about this football club from the fans' point of view, is the fact that we do dilly and dally and take absolutely bloody ages to get any transfer dealings done, it seems. Certainly for the big name players, certainly for the big marquee signings that we need to get, the players that we need to go and get our man to improve the squad. We take a long time about it. We should have had Bruno in the start of the season last year. We got him in January. We should have had Maguire a year before we got him, or maybe not a year, but a good 6 months before. We were talking about it. We were negotiating. We were discussing with Leicester. Couldn't reach an agreement, guys, and I think it just goes to show you that this club is not the best at getting signings done quickly. Thankfully, the Van der Beek situation was brilliant, but we seem to have this great relationship with Ajax when it comes to players, so I think that definitely helped it along. I mean, look, this is the thing with Dortmund and Manchester United right now. Dortmund are understood to be a little bit disenchanted with Manchester United and the way we've gone about it this season, So there's obviously compromises that have to happen, but we negotiated with them earlier on in the season, and if reports are to be believed, Dortmund are not pleased with the way we negotiated with them. It doesn't surprise me having Ed Woodward sat across you, to be honest with you. But that's what we understand. They obviously wanted to get the deal done before they went away for their pre-season, effectively. They gave us a deadline, which, if I remember now, was it the 10th of August or something? It was a while ago now that we were supposed to have get the deal done by, if they were to let him go. This is what Dortmund said a few weeks ago. They said, if we do not sell Jadon Sancho, if a deal cannot be agreed by this date, then he will stay and remain at the football club for the next season. That is what they said. But money talks and bullshit walks, my friend. And I'm sure that we will get Jadon Sancho before the end of the window. We're just going to have to pay that premium to do it a little bit. And it's not even that much of a premium, I don't think. How much more than we were offering are you going to have to get? I don't even know if we have to pay that much more than what we offered earlier on in the window. I think it's just a case of them wanting more up front, which is fair enough to me. Why are Manchester United, one of the richest clubs in the bloody world, trying to finance every bloody deal like we're ordering something out of bloody Giacomo catalogue or something? It's ridiculous, my friends. Let's get this guy in. He's clearly a world-class talent. He's 20 years of age. Buy the guy. Give Solskjaer the ammunition to start the season properly. Don't wait until January. Don't wait until the last day of the window. Let's get this guy in now. That's my thoughts and opinions on it anyway, everyone. Over 150 of you legends tuned in live. Thanks for stopping by. Great to have you in here. Get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we discuss in this video. Smash the thumbs up on it. Please do leave a like rating on this video if you have not done so already. That will help this channel out massively. It will help us grow and get noticed a little bit more and all that stuff. So if you want to help us out, please do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. Abel Today C comments, hey Pig, who would you pick between Henderson and De Gea for the start of the season? I would actually go with De Gea just because he's seasoned and proven, and I would give Dean Henderson, the nod. Bloody hell, hopefully it was Dan Henderson with that big KO right hand. But anyway, on Jordan Henderson, I mean. Dean Henderson as the goalkeeper is a great option to have there. It gives Ole Gunnar Solskjaer choices, it gives De Gea competition. But look, actually, I just want to say, I don't know if any of you guys saw David De Gea's performance yesterday for Spain, by the way. But Spain's manager, Luis Enrique, all full of praise for David De Gea after that game. I haven't seen it. But I have seen the aftermath. People saying what a great performance it was from David De Gea. So that is amazing. I think that just goes to show you he's still got it in his locker. He's still had amazing performances for Manchester United over the last year amongst some really gash ones, to be honest. Like, the consistency wasn't there. Way too error prone, making all sorts of errors all over the place, not up to the standard of United. You cannot be doing that if you're a top class keeper. So he can't do that again this season. If he does that again this season, then I would want Dean Henderson to go right in there for him, gives him that competition, and I think Dean Henderson's good enough as well. But there you go. Just wanted to talk to you about that because David De Gea, in case you didn't know, David De Gea had a great game yesterday for Spain. Kota Worth, thank you for the super chat, my friend. He says next season is vital for players like James and De Gea. Very true, yeah. See how they develop. They did struggle this last season. They're going to have to put that season behind them and see how they can get on. By the way, shout out to Primot. Primot, where are you, my friend? Get in the live chat. He sent a PayPal over saying, get in there, Pigsy. Thanks for all the vids. Best United fan channel around. Have a cheeky weekend meatball sub on me. Extra balls. from Primot. Hey, thank you so much, Primot, for that, my friend. You're a top lad. Much appreciated, mate. So then, yes, I think most people were expecting Jadon Sancho to come in the vote that we had. Vote 1 if you think, yes, we will get Sancho. Vote 2 if you don't think we will. In the vote that we had, it seemed that that most people in here are very confident that we're going to get Jadon Sancho. And I still am as well, because United's the only major club that's being linked with him right now. If there was Real Madrid, if there was Chelsea, if there was all these other clubs being linked with him, clubs that are prepared to spend money, then I would be a little bit worried. But they're not really at the moment. It seems like it's only for some reason. Why is that, guys? Why does nobody want Jadon Sancho? Do you think it's just really too much money at this moment in time, post-COVID pandemic and all that, where the football is just, football clubs have been operating at compared to usual at a complete loss in revenue, really, because of what's been happening, no match day revenue, the big break that we had, etc. Are clubs just not prepared to spend the money right now? I don't think that's true, because although Chelsea have not bought a player for, 100 million or anything, they've still spent a lot of money on a bunch of different players. Takeyu Sanusi with a 2 doesn't think Jadon Sancho will end up here, to be fair. Thank you very much. James Whelan says, I hear we will sign a defender this weekend prior to confirming Jadon Sancho. Interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm hearing that there's going to be more movement on the Sancho thing in the next few days, but I would love to see a centre-back come in, whether it's Benoit Badiashile or Upamecano, just a good option for the future. We don't know much about Badiashile, well, I don't anyway, but from what I've heard, he's a very good young talent, and he's 19, and he's impressed for Monaco. And look, if you're 19 years of age and you're showing great promise, these are the sorts of players United should be trying to add to our ranks, because we are trying to build for the future. And overall, maybe a couple of signings aside, all of our signings under Solskjaer have been ones with the future in mind. So yes, we've also told really that we understand it's just not a realistic amount of money, like I say, that we're going to pay for Jadon Sancho. 120 million euros. Whether or not Manchester United will meet that valuation is another thing altogether. If Dortmund are firm on that valuation, then I'm not sure if Manchester United will agree to that right now. I honestly don't think it is a huge amount of money with all this COVID business going on, even for a club like United. But the problem with us, we are shackled by our owners. Canton R7, what's going on, Canton R7? Great to see you, my friend. One of the channel members. Hope you're doing good. Thank you, Ellie. She says, like and subscribe, guys and girls. Thank you very much for that, Ellie. Much appreciated. Ben Hodgson with a comment says, I do. He's good. He's fast. He's got a good tackle. Needs to improve. Markin wins. Henderson can't score the odd goal. Nice one in regards to Benoit Badiashile. That's brilliant, Ben Hodgson. Thank you so much for keeping us up to date and letting us know. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a bit more research on Benoit. Daniel Reed has just subscribed. Shout out to you, Daniel Reed. Shout out to all the new subscribers getting in here this week also. Right then, okay, so yeah, United are cash rich, like Matt Rush says there. There's no good excuse for us to be not going to try and improve in this transfer window. We've only spent 39 million in this window. Think about it as well, the Alexis Sanchez deal, getting him off our books, saving us bloody £20 million a year, guys. That guy was such a leech. Getting onto that little leech man, by the way. What is the matter with that prick? I'm sorry, but Jadon Sanchez, Alexis Sanchez, you are the biggest tit known to man, my friend. I mean, not only have you just come to this football club and leached 500 grand a week out whilst offering absolutely nothing apart from a bloody patch on our arm, to have the audacity, the sheer audacity, to come out and say that he wanted... This is what he said. Let me just read the quote. I've got the quotes up here, guys. I'm going to tell you what... you've probably seen it anyway, but Alexis Sanchez opened up about his time at Old Trafford in an interview on his Instagram page. He claimed he wanted to return to Arsenal almost immediately. He said, I accepted the opportunity to go to United. You accepted the opportunity to go to... Don't tell me you accepted the opportunity to go to United. You freaking jumped at the opportunity to go to United because United's a better team. And also, we're paying you 500k a week, you freaking prick. Anyway, he says, I felt tempting and it was something good for me. Yeah, tempted by 500k, you greedy bastard. He says, I liked this club a lot when I was a kid. They all say that. Eventually I signed, but I didn't ask for the information on what was happening inside the club. What? You're a professional footballer playing in the Premier League. Surely you should take a bit of a vested interest in it, Alexis Sanchez. You knew what situation you were freaking getting involved with. Anyway, he says, sometimes there are things you didn't realise until you get there, and I remember the first training session I had. I realised a lot of things. After the first training session, I got home and asked my family and agent, can you not rip up the contract to go back to Arsenal? He says there's something that doesn't sit right. It doesn't seem good. Do you know what? This guy's an absolute twat. I'm just going to say that right now. He says, but I already signed. I was already there. After the first few months, I carried on having the same feeling. We weren't united as a team in that moment. Well, you weren't united in the team in that moment, you prat, because you were putting in terrible performances and you couldn't be asked. He couldn't be asked when he was at Manchester United, this guy. Sorry, I'm getting triggered, man. I hate it when players come out and say shit like this, especially ones that contributed absolutely dick all to Manchester United, yet took 500 grand a week out. Do you know what, Alexis Sanchez? Fair enough, it didn't work out for you here. You couldn't be asked. You'd rather walk your dogs on the bloody beach or play piano. Whatever it is, but keep your bloody mouth shut. Have some class, son. Have some bloody class. Don't be belittling this great football club. At the end of the day, you're the twat that couldn't make it work here. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, because that guy's a twat. Primot says, Alexis Sanchez, he who shall not be named. There you go. We're just going to call him freaking Dirty Sanchez from now on. We're going to call him Dirty Sanchez. That's what we're going to call him. Dirty Sanchez. Rick O'Neill says, Bellendix Sanchez. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you think Alexis Sanchez is an absolute bellend. Or stick a bell emoji in the live chat. Hey, Kung Shi, great to see you, lad. How you doing? He says, Foot that Sanchez guy. What a prick. Yes, Gungshi, triggering you up as well, my friend. That's it. Absolute prick, man. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of that guy. That guy needs to just melt off the face of the earth. As far as I'm concerned, he was awful at United. I think that's the worst signing, the worst player United have ever had. When you factor in the amount of money, okay, maybe he is a better player than Eric Jemba, but the point I'm making is when you factor in all the money, all the wages, everything that's gone on, the impact that he had, he's probably the worst player that United have had in my lifetime. He was useless, man. Nice one, yeah. Lots of bell end emojis coming in. Thank you, Pound Cake OG. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seriously says, F him up the A-pipe. Oh, that's a little bit strong there, seriously. But great to see you, Lee. How you doing? Real Treasure says he should retire. Do you know what's crazy, Raul Treasure? What I don't understand is why the hell Inter Milan would even want that guy? Why would you want him? He's not a good character. Okay, it's strange, isn't it? Because at Arsenal he was amazing, but it's not down to United the reason he didn't do well. Dara Brown says piano playing piece of shit. That's it. He spent too much time on the bloody ivory keys. Do you know what I mean? Playing the panel, tickling the ivories. Then he did tickle in that bloody touchline at Manchester United, the lazy bastard. Thank you, Gungshi. Says, total absolute melter. You're right about that one, Gungshi. He is proper Lugashtastic, my friend. First round chart says, Dirty Sanchez is 38 years when he came to Manchester United. Well, he wasn't though, was he? I mean, how old was he? He was only 30, 31. He still should have had the peak of his powers, really. You're right, Gaz Newton as well. Sanchez made Juan Sebastian Veron look like a great signing. You're so right, man. And actually, when Sebastian Veron came in, we all knew we were getting a great player, but it didn't work out to almost, well, no, it worked. Like you say, he had more of an impact than Sanchez, 100%. Alex Enrico, thank you very much for getting in here with your comment, pal. He says, is the Reguilon deal coming? Right, so just to give everyone an update on the transfers and stuff. Sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked there because that melter wind-up merchant Alexis Sanchez. But do us a favour, smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses, if you're just getting in here. Do leave a like on this video, that will help it out massively. If you enjoy what we're doing on this channel, hit the subscribe button as well if you're new. And get involved in the live chat. What I try to do is in the afternoon, I'm going to try and do a 90-minute show every single day. It gives me a good chance to cover all of the different stories and discuss everything with you guys and interact with everybody. So, really appreciate everyone who gets in here and actually comments and chats with me and stuff. I try to answer as many as I can. Davari Benjamin's just subscribed. Shout out to you, Davari. And I like to think of this channel as being a bit of an alternate to all the other channels. Yeah, there's bigger channels out there. There's more professional channels. There's if you want to call it that. But this is something a bit different. This is an alternate to some of those other channels. We do things a little bit differently here. So I hope you're seeing that anyway. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by and getting in here, guys. Let's get on to the main stories then. So in regards to your comment, actually, mate, Reguilon, Manchester United were reported to have submitted a €30 million bid for him last night. We'll see if that materialises and if it's confirmed. But all the major outlets reporting it, that Manchester United had tabled a €30 million offer bid. Now, the thing is with that is we can get him I mean, but it will probably be on a short-term deal. There will be a buyback clause in it. That's what's understood anyway. I mean, people are making great points like they've got Marcelo and Mendy there, so why the hell do they need Reguilon even though he's great and just been called up to the Spain squad? Well, this is the reason for it, lads and lasses. He's 23 years of age. He has just been called up to the Spain squad. He has just had a great season for Sevilla. He has played a number of times, 22 times in the past for Real Madrid, so it's not like he's not been in and around the setup there. It's just that, as we've discussed, Real Madrid have Marcelo, and Marcelo is 31? How old's Marcelo now? Let's have a look. So I'm pretty sure he's 31, maybe even older than that. Let's have a look. He's 32. So Marcelo's 32 now, so he is a great player, obviously, and I still think he's got a good couple of years at the top there, but it's a long-term replacement for Marcelo, effectively. Reguilon is a great young talent, 23, he's only going to be getting better, and that is why we want him, but it's also why Real Madrid will want to safeguard him for the future and potentially get him back. Like, that's what we understand. It's not a deal United usually do with a release clause or a future buyback clause or even a clause necessarily where there's some sort of a release about anything. We don't do that. We saw the Erling Haaland deal break down because of that. But I think that under this situation, it makes a lot of sense for him because it's a cheap amount of money that you would get him for. 30 million euros. United seem to be shopping around in that bargain basement at the moment, and he fits the bill there. But for what you're actually getting, for the player you're actually getting, he's excellent. Especially going forward. It seems like going forward, he's wonderful and probably would be better than anything we've got at this club now. Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw included in terms of going forward. Now, Luke Shaw, I've already said this before. I'm not disparaging Luke Shaw there. I said that I think he's a very good all-round left-back. I just don't think he's world-class at defending, and I don't think he's world-class at going forward, but I think he's somewhere in the middle of everything. I think he's a good all-round left-back, which is another reason why he looked very good on a three-man defence at left centre-back, because he's just good defensively, good at everything, reads the game well, and he's quite quick, and, you know, he's got a lot of good attributes, Luke Shaw. So this isn't, I said it yesterday, but I'll say it again for anybody thinking that I'm saying Reguilon should come in and dislodge Luke Shaw from the side. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he can come in, provide competition, provide cover. We're playing on all different competitions, and Luke Shaw is injury prone. He's probably not going to feature throughout the entire season. He does have some fitness concerns here and there. And there's every opportunity for a player like Reguilon to come and provide us good backup, good cover, and good competition. Maybe dislodge Luke Shaw. If he's better, if he's showing that in training, if he's performing out there in the big games and handling the pressure of playing for Manchester United, then, you know, that's what it's all about, guys. Keeping these players honest, playing the most informed players, having the depth and the quality to do it. It's not too many fullbacks when you think about how many Manchester City have, guys. Manchester City spent a load of money on fullbacks. Every reason to it as well, because there's a lot of competitions to play and there's a lot of games to navigate and injuries do occur. So yeah, we're coming up to 150 likes, lads and lasses. Shout out to each and every one of you. Matt Rush, sorry mate, I can't believe I missed your super chat there, dude. Matt Rush has sent a £20 over with a super sticker saying number one. Hey Matt Rush, thank you so much, buddy. You're such an absolute legend. Thank you for all the help with all the information. Matt Rush is the transfer guru of the channel. He drip feeds me all this information. He's got a lot of great sources, some of which are, you know, inside United. So, you know, you can take that as you will, but honestly, this guy knows all of his, all the other stuff that we reported on. We managed to get it out before the other channels had. So take that as you will as well, my friends. Jam says, Man United to finalise the salary and fees of Jadon Sancho's agent before preparing an official bid for Borussia Dortmund star valued at 108 million. Interesting. See, these are all the headlines that we're hearing today. So it's looking like maybe United are getting the wheels in motion again for Jadon Sancho. We absolutely damn right should be, because he's such a quality player and he's so young and developing and fits in with everything we're trying to do right now. I don't know how many of you are going to be watching the England game tomorrow, but I certainly will be. I'm going to be doing a watch along for it on this channel if you guys want to watch. Shame that Rashford and Maguire and these guys are not playing, but hopefully we'll see some from Mason Greenwood and of course Jadon Sancho. So we'll keep an eye on him. Wouldn't it be absolutely shite if Jadon Sancho did his cruciate ligament in the game against Iceland? Oh my God, he's just broken his leg. Can you imagine that? Anyway, let's not think about that. We don't want to tempt fate here. Smoke says, can I have mod? I was here since 1k. Actually, to be mod, you've basically got to be very, very active on the live chat as well. So you never know. One day, mate, keep getting in here. Welsh Red says, Havertz has gone to Chelsea today, buying everyone. Not good. Oops. This is the thing, Welsh Red. This is the thing, buddy. If we want to be competitive next year, which we 100% should be, we have to sign Jadon Sancho. We have to make these statements. You can't let Chelsea get players like Ziyech and Werner and Havertz and all these guys collecting a great team, the next crop of the next generation of great players. You can't let them do that. United have to go out there and get some of them for ourselves. Chelsea can't buy them all. They're not Ash Ketchum. They can't catch them all, guys. But Manchester United can get some of them as well. That's the point. We have to plan for the future just as much as they're trying. It's a joke, man. Thank you, Aaron Homeyard. He says, visit the Flying Pig website, flyingpigunited.com. That's right, we've got an associated website covering all the latest Manchester United stuff, all the latest news. Make sure you go check out the website, flyingpigunited.com, if you haven't. Nice one, Lee B. Thank you very much for that, dude. Yeah, Sanchez is an absolute melt, dude. He really is. Gungshi says, doing his cruciate ligament is the kind of thing that would happen to Don Piglioni. Mate, you're right. If I was to sign him on FIFA, he would do his cruciate first day of the season, no doubt. That's how lucky I am. JP in the house. I don't think that's the same JP as the usual JP, but shout out to new JP. Thank you, Harry Kittermaster, for commenting, where do you think we will finish next season? Okay, guys, so I get asked this quite a lot, and my answer at this moment in time has not changed. I think we're going to finish third again. We are going to finish third again. Disappointing? Yes, that is gashtastic. But look, think about it. Like, the reasoning behind it, all the other clubs are strengthening. City have strengthened. Liverpool will strengthen probably, and even if Liverpool don't strengthen, they're the champions. They're the one with the most finished side and ready side to challenge for the title again. City, you know they're going to be making strides to try and win that title. They always do. Chelsea, look at what they've done in the window. They've spent a huge amount of money on a huge amount of players to try and close the gap and give Lampard every opportunity of improving on last season. I still don't think they'll be able to win the league, but improving on last season is every opportunity of doing that. United, on the other hand, at this moment in time, we finished third last year, which I think was a miracle based on the squad that we've had. And yet we haven't improved yet that significantly. We have added Van der Beek, but we've also lost a couple of players, shit players, but we've added Van der Beek, but that's all. It's not a strong enough window for United to be seriously considering challenging for the title next season. Anybody that thinks we're going to win the league next year, I do think you have to just give your head a little bit of a freaking one of those. Because I think that there's every chance that United will struggle to repeat what we've done this season, based on what I've just discussed. All the reasons, the fact we haven't strengthened enough. Now, that opinion may well change come the end of the season. If it gets to the stage where Manchester United have the end of the transfer window. If it gets to the stage where Manchester United have signed Jadon Sancho, we've signed Reguilon, we've signed Upamecano, who knows, Thiago comes in. If we have an impactful window like that, like Chelsea have had, you never know, guys. You never know what can be done there. Shout out for Ryan Burberspin 9, mate. Appreciate it with the super chat, my friend. What a top lad. Really appreciate that, mate. He says, shout out to the BB, the Bacon Brigade. Absolutely. If anybody doesn't know, if you're new to this channel, this is Flying Pig United, and you are the Bacon Brigade. He says, shout out to the Bacon Brigade and to Matt Rushmano. Matt Rushmano, I love it. Yeah, Mauricio Rushmano, for keeping us up to date with transfers. Bloody legend. Thank you very much for your super chat there, Ryan Burberspin 9. Top man, appreciate those good vibes, my friend. You're a legend. Rohith Reddy as well with a little super chat here. Thank you, Rohith, for getting in here, lad. Top man, he says, we will finish third if we get Sancho and a centre-back. There you go. That's what I'm with you, Rohith. I think even if we do get Sancho and a centre-back, third is realistic. Second or first, it's not realistic. Let's have a little vote in the live chat then, lads and lasses. Where do you think Manchester United will finish come the end of this next season that's coming up? Currently based on the squad we have. And if you think whatever's going to happen in the window. Put it in the comments section. 1, 2, 3, 4. No lower than that. But have a vote. Where do you think we're going to come? First, second, third, fourth, have a vote in the live chat. Smoke thinks we're going to finish first. I love your optimism there, Smoked. Clam J's a realist and maybe even a bit of a pessimist. Thinks fifth. I mean, it's going to be difficult, Clam J, mate, isn't it? You're right. I mean, fair play to you because, as we said, there's also going to be better performances this season, I think, from some of the other teams that were off the boil last year. You look at how shite Tottenham were last season. They had a nightmare start with Pochettino. I think they're also going to struggle under Jose. I don't see Jose getting them top 4 next season. I don't. But I still think they'll be in the top 6. I still think they'll be in and around it. And because they have got a great squad. I mean, look, players like Son and Harry Kane and these guys, they're not gone anywhere. They've still got a great squad. They haven't really done much business, but they've still got a great squad. So they'll be up there. Arsenal are getting better. Say what you want about them, but they are getting better. They have just won a couple of trophies, even if it is Mickey Mouse gastastic ones. Actually, the FA Cup's a great trophy, isn't it? But the Community Shield, they've given it the big one like they won the Champions League. But anyway, they will get better. They'll finish higher than 8th next season. They'll probably finish 7th. Hey, but look, there's a lot of people getting in there. Sean Remmer says 4th. Kotawar says 4th. Tempur says 3rd. Rico the Beast says 4th. Smoke says 4th. Jam Jam says 3rd. Kayam says 3rd. Sharanga Doli says 4th. Abbas Hassani says 4th. Devari Benjamin says 3rd. Scujo 1/3. Thank you, everybody. Sorry, I can't read everybody's votes out here, but there's a lot of votes coming through. Thank you so much to everybody that's just voted there. I think most people voted 3rd. I do. I think most people voted for Manchester United, that realistically, we are going to finish 3rd next season. So, it's piss poor, isn't it? Michael Fletcher, what's going on, mate? He says 1st. We aim to win the league. We're Man United. The mentality shouldn't change from player to fan. Come on, people. Hey, look. We are Manchester United. We should be looking to win the league. I agree with you, mate. But unfortunately, we don't have the squad capable of doing that with and the owners are capable of doing that right now, I don't think. If we had better recruitment at the football club over the last 6 or 7 years, we spent enough money to get the job done. It's not even really about the money spending. It's more about the actual recruitment we've done. Players like Sanchez going absolutely shite and stuff like this. And it's just been a nightmare for United recruitment-wise. We're starting to really improve that, though. But the problem is, Michael Fletcher, I understand what you're saying. We shouldn't accept anything less than challenging for the title. That is Man United. We should have that arrogance that we're a bigger, better club than all the other clubs, because we are. But actually, where we are right now, in terms of challenging on the football pitch, we can't look at the disparity in points between where United and Liverpool finish, man. There's too much of a gap there to say that United are going to go and win the league. But I understand what you're saying. Mentality-wise, Michael, we should absolutely have that attitude that United should be trying to win the league. But we need the tools to be able to do that. Solskjaer needs the tools to be able to do that. Hey, look, I've just said, if we buy the right players in this window, if we do have a good window, because there's a lot of the window left. If the window finishes and United have signed 3 or 4 really great players, then I will reassess and I will say maybe, just maybe, United can surprise a few people and challenge this season. But at this moment in time, I think 3rd or 4th is a realistic position for United based on the other teams and what they're doing and all that stuff. Right, okay then, guys. Thank you so much to you all for stopping by and getting in here. We're going to stick around for a good while still, so smash that thumbs up button, hit a cheeky little like on this video, get involved. We'll be here until about 4:30. I like to interact with as many of you guys as possible, so have your thoughts and get your comments in the comment section. Christian Benteke the GOAT simply says Benteke. Zokunwama Zote says, we the Pork Army are best. Thank you so much for that, my friend. You absolute legend getting in here. Kayam, really appreciate you subscribing recently, bro, as well. Andre Montez says, your left back occupants are average. Luke Shaw's good. He's not great. Brandon Williams will be good in the future, but right now he's not consistent enough or great enough, I don't think, to really be called upon. You saw that at the end of the season where he was really struggling. And in some games he played well, but he's just inexperienced. United Forever says De Gea or Hendo. I would go with De Gea, my friend. We touched on that earlier on in the video, but I definitely would go with De Gea. But Dean Henderson's there to challenge and give him the competition and jump in should he have a nightmare. Right, let's cover the rest of the news for the day then, lads. So we've talked about Jadon Sancho. We've talked about Alexis Sanchez. We talked a bit about Reguilon. There's other Manchester United transfer news now, lads and lasses, which I am going to get into. And the main one here is to do with... well, it's players out, really. We've got a few players that are being heavily linked with a move away from Manchester United in this window. We've discussed a couple of them on videos recently, but just to give everyone a bit of a breakdown and an update of what's going on and some new news as well. This is Marcus Rojo is actually being linked with a move to Serie A giants Lazio in this transfer window. So, of course, Estudiantes, he was on loan in the second half of last season with the Argentine side of Estudiantes, and he's not going to be part of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plans going forward at all, which is why we're being, obviously Rojo can play centre-back, left-back. There is reasons why we're being linked with a centre-back in Upper Meccano or, Bashbadi Ashil or, and the fact Reguilon at left-back is being linked with Manchester United. It's because Marcus Rojo's definitely not going to be playing for United next season. So he will be going. Whether it's a permanent move to Estudiantes and whether we can get rid of him is another thing. But it's looking like Lazio in Italy are the front runners to sign Rojo. And it's going to be in the region of around about £8 million. So not a great deal of money for a player like Rojo. I think Rojo is actually a really good player. I don't know how much length of his contract is. And when I say really good player, I don't mean really good player. I mean he's a good player. He's a good player. And he's actually put in some really good performances for United over his career. But overall, again, he's one of those that's just too inconsistent and too much of a passenger and too much of a hanger-on. I like his attitude. I like his sort of street mentality. I do. I think we need a bit more of that. But I just don't think he's ever going to live up to it for United, and he's clearly not part of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plan. So what do you think about that, guys? Marcus Rojo linked with a move to Lazio in Serie A. It's a player we should be looking to get rid of, isn't it? Don't you reckon? Smash a thumbs up in the live chat if you think, yes, it's the right thing to do. Gungshi says we always get peanuts for players. Yeah, Gungshi, you're right, mate. We do. It's because, I guess, we pay them. Our wage structure's been shite, my friend. I don't even want to look at how much money Marcus Rojo's on, because I bet it's six figures. And when you think about his contribution over the last number of years, that's a preposterous amount to pay him. So that's what it is, Gungshi. It's a lot to do with the fact we overpay for players, we overpay them on wages, and then trying to get rid of them, it's like really impossible. Alexis Sanchez is a prime example. Although finally, I don't know what the matter with Inter is, but they did actually get rid of him. What a bit of business that is to get rid of Alexis Sanchez. That's the best bit of business in this window so far, in all honesty, seriously. But yeah, you're right though, Gungshi. Like, look, £8 million for him. We're talking about peanuts for Phil Jones, but I'd actually pay to get rid of Phil Jones, to be fair. We're talking about not a lot of money for Chris Smalling either, and Juan Mata in a deal will be not very much money. So let's just get into the rest of the stories then. Let's get into the rest of the stories, guys. So there you go. There's Marcus Rojo. What do you guys think about that, actually? Before we get on to the rest of the stories, let's talk about Marcus Rojo. Shout out to Sham7, who's a YouTuber. Thank you for getting in here, dude. Check his YouTube channel out if you like. Matt Rush says, we're approaching 200 likes, you legends. Hit that thumbs up button. Get involved. Sean Remmer comments 300k per week for Rojo, Jones and Smalling. I mean, that is atrocious, isn't it? There's no way that those three players should be commanding that amount of money. United have got to get rid of these players in this window. There's a few players we have to get rid of. Pereira, Rojo, Smalling, Jones. They're all hangers-on. They're all passengers. They're all never going to do it at this football club. Shout out Jack Kernock. Shout out Illy United, you bloody legend. Shout out to you, my friend. He says, I'm Will, my family. Cheers. Shout out to you, buddy. And shout out to your family, Illy United. Andre Montez, Yusuf Raji, JNL Freestylers, Edits 2K, F. Chowdhury, Mohammed Al-Zagal. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Ellie, G. Wolf, Gungshi, all the usual legends. Thank you to the moderators for getting in. Let's hear your thoughts on Rojo. Do you think Rojo was a shit player for Manchester United, or was he actually pretty good for over the years for United? Get your thoughts, and I want to know what you think about Rojo. I personally think he had some good games, but overall it's a disappointment of a career for him at United. Isaac Nilsson comments, rid of Rojo, Pereira, Jones, etc. Good shout, Isaac Nilsson. Get rid of those melters in this window. That will set us in good stead for the new season. Get rid of all that negative influence in the dressing room, all that negative vibes there, and get them off your wage bill. It frees up money. Thank you, Spen. Nice one, Spen says, I just subbed. Thank you for subscribing, Spen. Thank you for everybody who's watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We've got Man United news coming out of the freaking, everywhere, every orifice, every single day. So come and join in on the channel if you haven't done so already. That sounded proper messed up, didn't it? Either way, thank you very much for getting in here. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. There's United News Daily. We do a Manchester United update during this transfer window anyway, for transfers every single day at 3 p.m. or around about 3 p.m. We have an afternoon show, and then we'll be doing an evening show around about sort of 9 p.m. 10 p.m, an evening show. Keep a lookout for it, guys. So we do that every single day. And then, of course, any breaking news. We're interviewing Manchester United players as well. Last week, we had Eric Nevland on the show, of course, ex-Manchester United, Norway international, played with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, all these legends, Suarez at Groningen, Great talent. We had him on the show picking his brains about Manchester United, Solskjaer, the signings. If you haven't seen that video, it's on my channel. Search Eric Nevland interview or just go to my main homepage and you'll be able to watch it. Next week, we've got Luke Chadwick on the show. We've got some journalists on the show as well with some news. So things are popping off on this channel, lads and lasses. Get involved. If you're not subscribed to this channel, what the heck's the matter with you guys? Hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we go live. That way you will not miss a beat. Okay then. Let's get into it. Gaz Newton comments, I love Rojo. I don't think he is the most talented, but he makes me smile. Them challenges, man. Yeah, he's definitely full-blooded. He's definitely a full-blooded player. Do you know what as well? Rojo's passing's really good. I don't know if you remember. I can't remember who it was against now, but he only played a couple of times for United this season. But when he did, when Solskjaer slotted him in there, I think it was the Europa League game. Yeah. Was it Last Glins or okay, maybe it was against a real farmer team. I forget now. Somebody will tell me. But he played so well, didn't he? We didn't see a lot of him, but he played so well. And I was thinking, why hasn't Rojo done that more often? But maybe it was simply because he was indeed playing up against a bunch of farmers in a farmers league. But there you go. What do you guys think? Have a little vote then. Stick a Y in the live chat for yes, we should sell Rojo. Stick a N in the live chat for no, we should not sell Rojo. It's just, I don't think there's going to be many N's on that one, but still. Buzzing, by the way. So, yeah, we've covered the Greenwood number 11 jersey story a bit earlier, but I think that is brilliant. I'm loving that, hoping his progression at the football club is going to be amazing. Can he live up to that number 11 shirt? I think that he can. Guys. What do you think? Do you think Mason Greenwood can replicate the season or replicate the career that Ryan Giggs had at Manchester United? And actually, don't even answer that question. It's a stupid question. Nobody can recreate the career Giggsy had at Manchester United because we will probably never win 13 Premier League titles in the space of 26 years or whatever it was that Ferguson was at the club ever again, because that's unheard of. It's unprecedented. It's mental. So the fact that Giggs was there for the majority of that, I think really gives him a massive advantage compared to anybody else. Hello, stranger. How you doing, stranger? Says, do you think City will get Messi this season? So there is some news on this one. Sorry, just give me a moment. I've lost that momentarily. There's a bit more news that we've got. Shout out Matt Rush for sending us this information throughout the streams and throughout the day, mate. But in regards to Messi, look, there's a couple of stumbling blocks, isn't there? He's got that 700 million euro release clause. It's being understood that look at this. In fact, boom, it's being reported today that Messi has decided to stay at Barcelona. This is what the latest I'm seeing on Lionel Messi. Whether or not that's the case, we don't really know. But look, here's a comment from Fabrizio Romano, actually, the well-respected Italian journalist. He says, Leo Messi's statement. We do not know which contract they, La Liga, have analysed and which are the bases on which they conclude that it would have a termination clause, applicable in the event that the player decides to urge unilateral termination of the same. I don't know if something's lost in translation there from Fabrizio Romano, but that doesn't really make much sense to me. We do not know which contract La Liga have analysed, because obviously La Liga said that they stand firm with the club and that the release clause that Messi had in there to leave for free is no longer applicable. He says, we've analysed which are the bases on which they conclude that it would have a termination clause. Anyway, that's just, I'm not too sure what, I think there's a bit of something lost in translation there, but it goes on to say this one about the 700 million release clause must be an error on La Liga's. Jorge and Leo Messi are denying the existence of a 700 million euro release clause. Messi wants to leave for free. Barca won't accept this position. Man City are still waiting. Do you know what? I wonder what's going to happen on this one, because Messi does have this clause where he's supposed to be able to leave during a short window at the end of the season for nothing. Manchester City are interested in the player. I don't know if this is some sort of power move by Messi to try and force this change at Barcelona. We saw that the president, Bartomeu, yesterday has been had up for corruption charges. So look, maybe there's some movement at Barcelona, and Leo Messi will remain a Barcelona player coming in the window. But I still think that I still think that if there is a release clause, then he's obviously going to stay, because nobody's going to. Thing is, though, if Messi wants to leave and he said, I'm not a Barca player and I'm not playing for Barca, and City come in with £100 million bid, maybe they would, you never know. So I don't even want to think about Lionel Messi playing for Manchester City, to be honest with you, because it's just too sickening of a prospect, guys. That would be shite. Yes, JP, thank you for that as well. He says, Fabrizio Romano just announced that Messi has decided to stay in Barcelona. I just saw that, yes. So we'll see if that happens. So that's a very good point you bring up there. It looks like there's a little bit of Who really knows, guys? One moment it's being reported that he still wants to leave, and next moment it's being reported that he wants to stay. So who really knows what's going on there? But I'd imagine my overall feeling of it is that he is going to stay. He's going to stay and be a a Barcelona player. It'd be nice if he was a Manchester United player. F. Chowdhury comments, do you think Sergio Reguilon will come to United? I do, actually. I'm feeling positive about that one because I think it's the right signing for United right now. It makes a lot of sense. Like I say, we're shopping in the bargain bin. Reguilon's a bargain bin player. You might have to... In fact, he's not even really a bargain bin player. He's almost like a blockbuster weekly rental or something. Or you get him for a fortnight, you've got to take it back, make sure you rewind. Be kind and rewind. That's what's going on with Reguilon. We're getting a videotape at left back. No, in all honesty, no, it's kind of like that because of the future release clause. Like, we don't do business like that usually, but I think as a short-term fix over the next couple of seasons, even if Real Madrid need to have a buyback clause in the contract, we should go for it. It's not a gamble, is it? It's not even much investment, especially if it's a buyback clause or a clause to match any future transfer offers. You know, that's often the case. We don't really know 100%, but it's believed that that Real Madrid would only consider a deal for Reguilon to leave the football club if he is coming back to the club in the future, if there's a buyback clause. And we've seen that with, you know, he went out on loan this season to Sevilla. So they're prepared to loan him to a rival in La Liga. They're a good team, help them out significantly, which he did in all competitions. Or, you know, certainly in the Europa League, they won it. So he had a great season amongst that. And Real Madrid obviously do want him to still develop. They still want him to develop and play for top teams and get that experience. But it's also quite clear that they want him to stay a Real Madrid player in the long term. Now, they've got Mendy, they've got Marcelo there. They've got too many players ahead of him right now. But at 23 years of age, he's just been called up to the Spain squad. He's going to be a fantastic player for them in the future. Why would they want him to just leave and go somewhere else for a transfer figure? Probably not that much more than if they demanded a buyback clause. So it's interesting, isn't it, guys? What do you guys think about Reguilon? Do you think Reguilon will be a Manchester United player come the end of the window? Or do you think that stumbling block of the buyback clause may just melt that whole deal? Please do us a favour and get in the comment section with your vote. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think, yes, we will sign Reguilon. Stick a 2 in the live chat or anything else if you don't think we will. Ryan Sebastian Valles says, do you think Pogba should be sold? To be honest with you, Ryan... it depends. If there was a big enough offer for Paul Pogba, I'm just thinking, what could Man United do with, say, £90 million right now or £100 million right now? Which is somewhere in the region of what you would actually ask for Paul Pogba because he's such a massive entity and he is a great player. So I think you'd get somewhere close to that. And I think United could do a heck of a lot of good with that money. I do. And Paul Pogba, to me, and I think he's a great player on his day, but he's just not been consistent enough for United over the years. And like, there's a lot of this speculation linking us to Thiago at the moment, or there was. And it's like, I think Thiago's more consistent, more proven, does it more regularly, is a seasoned winner at club level. and Pogba hasn't really done that for United over the last few years. So to me, Thiago for £30 million and paying him a similar amount of money to what you're paying Pogba, and then generate 100 mil from Pogba, kind of makes a lot of sense, guys. But I'm not saying I want Pogba to leave the football club. I'm just simply saying if you can replace him with an equal or better player, then it's a consideration that your Manchester United should absolutely make. Okay, just a couple of other Manchester United news things, and then we will just get in and have a back and forth in the comment section. Shout out to all you legends. Amy Evans says Lingard should be sold. Rojo, Smalling, Jones, they're all Deadwood. Fully agree with you, pal. Shout out Dakeem QQQ, James McEwen, comments United offered 30 million. There would be no buyback clause. United are not a small club that would be bullied into anything. That's true. That's why we pulled out of the Erling Haaland deal. We bit our own nose off to spite our face on that one, really, because we could have done with Erling Haaland around this club for a few years, even if there is a release clause in his contract in the future. So I know you're absolutely right. United do not do that. We don't do that historically. But I think under this situation, it makes sense for all parties to consider it, to have Reguilon with a buyback clause. What's the big deal? Luke Shaw's only 25, Brandon Williams is 19. We've got cover, we've got class in that area for the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years, in case of Brandon Williams, if he develops and progresses as we hope. So it's not really about replacing what we've got, it's more about just adding a bit more depth, giving us more options, giving us a really good attacking left back as well, and I think that it makes a lot of sense. Jesse Lingard says, I'm not leaving! Doesn't seem like it, Jesse Lingard. Seems like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got some things planned for you, my friend. Hey, shout out Jarvis Cocker, my friend. You top lad. Thank you very much for getting in here, Jarvis. Let me just see. What did it say? Oh, yeah, it's here. Sorry, wait a sec. Jarvis Cocker with a super chat here. Thank you so much for that, dude. He says, you know that you're getting old when your nuts touch the toilet water. Happy belated birthday, pig. Oh, my days. Well, luckily, I haven't got to that stage just yet, my friend. Maybe you want to have a look at your plumbing as well. And I don't mean your plums. I mean the plumbing at your house. Like, should the water level be that high? When I go to a public toilet, my balls don't hang in the water, mate. Okay, I see what you're saying. Maybe in a few years' time. Something to look forward to. Hey, thank you so much for that there, Jarvis Cocker, mate. You top lad. We've also got a PayPal here from Gungshi. Gungshi, of course, the man, the myth, the Legiondes himself. Thank you so much, Gungshi, for that, dude. Let me just click on it and see if I can get your comment to pop up. But what a hero, Gungshi. Shout out to Gungshi watching over in Taiwan. What an incredible supporter of this show. He says, this is his comment, Gungshi, thanks for the PayPal. He says, Pig, unless we get at least a couple of good more signings, I can't see us making much headway in the top four. We need Don Piglioni to say Potato Head and a friendly little visit, to pay Potato Head a friendly little visit and make him an offer he can't refuse. We're going to make you an offer we can't refuse. You come to me on the eve of United's transfer window, Eddie Woodward, and you ask me to finance the deal for Sancho. And I say to you, Ed Wood, get out of here. Anyway, he says, what a pure filthy mouth hair that Sanchez prick is. Fook him and his piano. Gungshi, you're a top hero. Thank you so much for your PayPal. Thank you so much for the message. I agree with you. Let me just go through your message and cover you a couple of points that you made. So, yes, unless we get a good couple of signings, we're not going to make much headway in terms of the top four. We have to keep competitive. And at this moment in time, in this window, so far anyway, and there is still time left in the window, we are being left behind slightly a little bit. Sham says, Matt Rush, you're a great mod. Matty Rush is a fantastic mod. Ellie's a great mod. Gungshi's a great... You know what? They're all great mods, to be fair. They're all great mods. Aaron Homard, they're all great mods. Shout out to all the mods, honestly, doing a fantastic job. Keeping the live chat nice and friendly, and also making sure all the spammers are gone and any racists and any wankers like that are completely sacked off immediately. So shout out to all the moderators who get in here. You're a bunch of legends. But yes, I agree with you, Gungshi. And in terms of the Alexis Sanchez situation, what an absolute prick, mate. To come out and say that stuff about United after you've been sat there doing nothing, getting paid 500 grand a week is a complete abomination to humanity. Alexis Sanchez, you're a disgrace, mate, honestly. So I agree completely, Gungshi. Thank you so much for your PayPal and your comment there, dude. Really great to hear from you. Okay, let's get in and read your comments now, guys, because other than that, there's only a couple of little bits of news for United today. Harry Maguire is going to be back in the England squad in October. Gareth Southgate has said this in an interview with ESPN. He has said that Harry Maguire will be back into the team when it comes around in October, the games in October for England. So that's obviously good news for him. And, of course, it remains to be seen what goes on with his trial in Greece and, what's going on there. But most likely he's going to get off with this, and most likely he's just going to go back to normal and he'll be back in England's side. Which brings me on to just one little thing. Let's have a little vote now. Seeing as it turns out maybe, and I think that still it's 50-50 here. I think maybe the police have embellished a bit. I think maybe Maguire, etc. have embellished a bit. And it's just hearsay. It's whose story do you believe? So I think it's somewhere in the middle, guys, honestly. But would you have Harry Maguire have the captaincy for the next season? Stick a 1 in the live chat if you would have Harry Maguire as the captain this season still, or stick a 2 in the live chat if you'd give it to Bruno Fernandes or somebody else. Stick a 1 for Harry Maguire, stick a 2 for anybody else, and we'll just have a little vote in the live chat and see what most people think. Gungshi says, I'm moving to a new house in a few months. Can't wait. It's got the famous Japanese squirting toilets. Hooray. Mate, I've seen some of those Japanese toilets, Gungshi. They are insane, dude. They've got like loads of buttons on them. They've got like all different modes. It's incredible, my friend. Why don't we have toilets to that level in this country? It's 2020, my guys. Why the freaking hell do we not have toilets like the Japanese do? It makes no sense. Here I am in the middle of bloody winter, sitting down on an absolutely horrible cold toilet. They've got heated seats. They've got bidets, hair dryers, all sorts going on in their bowls. What's wrong with us? Hey, lots of twos coming in the live chat for Bruno Fernandes or somebody else. There is still a bunch of people that think Harry Maguire, look, judging by the votes here. Shout out Simon Cowie, Loki, Jones as well, Ryan Burberspin 9, Nigel Nerona with the 1 vote, Simon Cowie with the 1 vote, Fingers 998 with the 1 vote. So there's a lot of people in here who clearly think that Harry Maguire should still be given the faith and given that captaincy, thinks that maybe it would be too much of a blow for Harry Maguire to have the captaincy stripped, because think about it, it's a bit of a psychological blow, especially if what has happened in Greece is completely innocent from Maguire's part. Like, if he is innocent and his sister was stabbed with a date rape drug or whatever it is, and you know, he was wrongly accosted and assaulted or whatever it is, who knows? I'm just saying, if he was completely innocent, which, just to be in that situation to begin with, he's probably not completely innocent, but, you know, it's like, that is a bit of a kick in the bollocks to have your captaincy stripped for something you didn't even necessarily do. But I still think the Manchester United captain cannot be going out to bloody Ayia Napa or Mykonos, having a party up, getting pissed up just after the season's finished, when there's a pandemic globally. Well, he shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't even be in that situation. So he's had a nightmare there, guys. But anyway, thank you very much for everyone for having your vote and having your say on this one. Oh, God, what's going on with my hair? It's gone all curly there. Did you see that? Been sat here looking like a tit for the last 20 minutes. My hair's looking shite today, guys. What's going on? We've got little straddly bits everywhere. Anyway, thank you everyone for getting in here. Please do us a favour, smash that thumbs up button, chuck a cheeky little like on it if you can. That would be fantastic. And subscribe if you happen to be new to this channel. If this is the first time you're seeing this channel, this is a Manchester United channel. We've been going since January 2013. We are one of the OGs when it comes to covering Manchester United on YouTube. So, you know, subscribe. If it's taken you 7 years to find us, you might as well subscribe now, guys. Like Danny, who's just subscribed. Nice one, Danny. Great to have you aboard. Yeah, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, get involved. This is a brilliant community, by the way. I don't know if any of you new people that are getting in here can see, but this is a brilliant community. There's a lot of legends in here. Everybody's sound in here. A lot of like-minded football fans. Okay then, so let's get on to the last bit of news that we're talking about in this video. Again, there will be another video tonight talking about Manchester United transfer news, because stuff can change throughout the day. We're doing 2 Manchester United news daily videos, and it's not just about transfer news, but it's just covering all aspects of Manchester United, whether it be Greenwood getting a new shirt or Sancho deal being reunited and stuff like that. We will be talking about all aspects of Manchester United twice a day on this channel, every day up until the season starts, of course, so, or the window closes, and then obviously the transfer stuff, you know, unless there's any news, we're not going to be doing it. So this is just really for the summer to keep you guys in the loop with the transfer stuff. I know a bunch of you are liking the transfer videos. Look, it's not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone. We've only really started talking about the transfer stuff on this channel. I've always just talked about transfers when it's been done, when they're holding the shirt previously. But I understand people want to hear about the transfer dealings and what's going on with this football club in and out. And like I say, we've got some great sources on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Flying Pig HD, by the way, if you're not already. And Matt Rush as well is fantastic with keeping me up to date with all the insider information. So special shout out to our moderator here, Matt Rush as well. Absolute top lad. Thank you, my friend. Gungshi says, love the added content, Pig. Thank you, Gungshi, mate. I'm just trying to get stuff out daily, trying to grow the channel, obviously. And some people may not like the transfer news videos every day, but I know a lot of you people do. That's why you're all in here watching. So it's as simple as that, guys. I'm definitely going to keep doing all these videos and keeping you up to date with what's going on. I hope you do get informed with all the information of the dealings of Manchester United. Just to give you one last piece of information here then, Juan Mata, we talked about it yesterday, but it does look like there's a bit of steam here gathering for Turkish side Galatasaray to put in a bid for Juan Mata. And again, it won't be a big amount of money. You're talking chump change to get Juan Mata off our books. In fact, if it's not really a good deal, I'm kind of thinking Juan Mata would be best off sticking around at this football club for this season, because he is very experienced and he is very gifted when it comes to being a footballer. He's 32. He's not completely over the hill yet. He's one of our experienced seasoned players. Like, you do need that balance of experience and youth in the side. So I'm thinking, I personally would like to keep Mata this season. I think we should keep him. but it does look like Galatasaray are maybe leading the chase to sign Juan Mata from Man United. And it makes a lot of sense for United. He's coming to the end of his career. He's aging. He is on quite a bit of money as well. I think he's on a couple 100,000, isn't he, Juan Mata? Maybe somebody will correct me in the live chat, but I think he's on a couple 100,000. Whether or not Galatasaray or another club would come in and pay that sort of money, we shall see. But it looks like maybe Galatasaray's rivals Fenerbahce also are interested in Juan Mata. So just have a little vote in the live chat, lads and lasses. Would you want to see Juan Mata stay at Manchester United this window, or do you think it's time that he left? Stick a 1 in the live chat for keep him, stick a 2 in the live chat for sell him. Gary McMusic, thank you, mate, says more content, pig, always good. Matt Rush says 200k. Yeah, that's a lot of money to be paying for somebody who's only going to be playing a bit part role this season. He's not going to be featuring and forcing his way in the team, I'm afraid, especially if we sign Sancho. I think he shouldn't have been played in a wide position anyway, but certainly Bruno will be the main man in the hole. We've got all those host of midfielders now. Pogba can play in the hole. And if you've got Van der Beek, Matic, McTominay and Fred who can all play that central midfield role, then that only actually further increases the likelihood that maybe Pogba will sometimes be played in the hole. I don't know if he will be. I actually think it'll be Donny van der Beek, Pogba and Bruno in front. That's what I would guess. But you never know what's going to happen and what Solskjaer's going to do. So a lot of people saying sell him in the live chat. Andrikos says no, keep him. Matt Wales says keep him. Harvey Price, keep him. Manish says sell him. Ryan says keep him. Primot says sell him. Jarvis Cocker says sell him. Simon Cowie says sell him. Keon Long says sell him. Yeah, Gungshi says keep his one. Yeah, keep his one. So, I would keep him because I do think he still could offer us a lot this season. Like, even if he only contributes with a couple of goals and assists like he did last season, like this last season just gone, he still contributed with a couple of goals and assists and had some good games. Okay, most of the time he was not really involved. But you have to remember there's so many different competitions to play. It's important to have these players. If we got an injury to Bruno Fernandes at some stage of the season, and let's say McTominay's out, and let's say Pogba's injured as well, you know, a similar situation to what we had last season, we could do a lot worse than Juan Mata, i.e. Andreas Pereira. Like, there's no way that Andreas Pereira should be sticking around the club before Juan Mata or after Juan Mata has. Juan Mata should 100% stay at the club over people like Jesse Lingard, Andreas Pereira. Why the hell are those players not being linked with moves away ahead of Juan Mata? I do think actually Pereira's linked with a loan deal right now, just to give you we don't have enough concrete information on that right now, but we believe Pereira may be having a loan move lined up. So keep a lookout for that news as well, lads and lasses, which I think is welcome. But I don't understand why those players are ahead of Juan Mata. It makes no sense. Mata should be able to stay and see his career up before those guys have gone. Like, those guys need to go before Juan Mata's what I'm saying. Joe Kinsey says, depends if Lingard or Andreas go. Very true, like, we need to get them out of the club. Ryan Sebastian says, which position does Man U need to improve? So just to give you the rundown, Ryan, in my opinion, I think realistically, there's 3 or 4 positions United should improve in this window. We've already improved one of them in the centre of midfield there. I still think the right wing position, even though Greenwood's amazing, we don't have the depth or the quality in enough of those positions across the front line. So I think right wing would be brilliant for us. Sancho, of course. I'd also improve the centre-back position, 100%. Slabby Maguire needs a proper partner, and he's got question marks about his United career, to be honest, but I still think he'll come good. Lindelof, not up to the standard. I think we need to get a proper centre-back in there. I'm looking at, Upamecano. Badia Shields a 19-year-old one for the future, but I think Upamecano's a little bit more proven, a little bit more developed, and older, of course, 2 years older. He would be a good option. And I do think getting a left-back or a wing-back in general, whether they can play on the left or the right, makes a lot of sense, because Aaron Wan-Bissaka is amazing, but if he's injured, Diogo Dalot's our next option, or Timothy Fosu-Mensah, or Laird. And these are good players that could be given the opportunity, but they're not as exciting to me as somebody like a Reguilon or something like that. Not saying, he's going to be playing on the right. I know, but I'm just saying we could do with the improvement in the wing-back position. We need a bit more depth. Sebastian Barton comments, Barton says, sign Pau Torres. So yeah, Pau Torres is another player that could be on United's radar this season. 23 years of age, Spain, centre-back, obviously plays for Villarreal. He's a good player from what we've seen, which I haven't seen too much of him, but he's a good player. But look, from what I understand, it's not the front runner. He's not high on Manchester United's shortlist right now. I think there's other players that are being talked about more, like Badia Shield and also like Upamecano and even Koulibaly maybe. But it looks like Manchester City would be leading the chase for him. My voice is getting a little bit hoarse, actually, guys. I don't know if you can hear. It's all this talking I've been doing recently, guys. We've been doing a couple of 90-minute vids a day on here. There's over 300 of you legends tuned in for this video. Shout out to you guys. There's not 300 likes, though. I'm just kidding, but there's 270 likes, actually, guys. So smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 300 likes before the end of the vid. Shout out to each and every single one of you tuning in. Where are you tuning in from, guys? Get your locations in the live chat. I'd love to know. And like I say, if you're new to this channel, smash that subscribe button. Get involved with the daily transfer news. A great community of people here. Get involved with them. They will welcome you with open arms, as long as you're not a complete turd, of course, and a complete melter, and abusive, or anything like that. Primot says horse pig. Hey, you're going to find out why they call me the horse pig. Cantona says Badashio and Sancho will be only other players we sign, in my opinion. I think you might be right, Cantona 7. I think we'd all take that as a transfer window as well. It's not as majestic as signing like 4 or 5 players and having a really positive, impactful window to build like Chelsea, but it would get the message out there. It would keep everyone honest in the side. It would give Ollie more options, give Ollie more players to call on in all different competitions, and if there's injuries and all that sort of stuff. It adds depth to the squad. So that's very important, because last season we didn't have the depth in the squad. A few injuries to key players throughout the season. We were pretty screwed, man. We were really screwed last year. I don't know how Solskjaer managed to get third, you know. Solskjaer deserves so much praise, lads and lasses, for his season last year. People were criticising him at the end, saying, oh my God, he's lost all those semi-finals. You're a bunch of melters, guys. They haven't got the squad, really. Okay. I mean, Sevilla, I think, are a better team than people give them credit as well. I don't think that's a disgrace going out to that Sevilla side. I think United are favourites, but it's no disgrace. They're a good team, especially right now. United are on the up. United are building for the future. We're not finished yet. We're not a finished article yet. We've got a lot of building to do. And I think Solskjaer, with the squad he had to get us third, with the injury problems we had as well, amazing. The way he developed Greenwood, Williams, Rashford, Martial, all these guys over the course of the season. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, getting Bruno in. He did amazing things at Manchester United this season. So he really deserves a lot of credit, everyone. Gungshi says, Pig, are you going to let the hair free again today? Maybe, guys. I'll tell you what, if we get to 300 likes, maybe I'll let the hair down, guys, before we go. Give you my best Sergio Ramos impression. I think that's what somebody said yesterday. Shout out Daniel Mikkels. Ellie says, you can repeat your comment, Loki, so it has more chance of being seen, but just not too soon after the... Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. That's it. I know the live chat's popping off, and sometimes I miss comments. I just want to say thank you to everybody that comments. If I do miss your comments, I'm not trying to miss your comments. I'm trying to read them all out, which is why we stay on for a long time, just having a Q&A every day as well, so I can respond to as many of you legends as possible. Really appreciate everyone who takes the time to send these messages in, you know, like Sham7, who's tuning in from Birmingham. But let me just try and find this comment real quickly from Loki Jones, one of the new subscribers of the channel. Shout out to you, Loki Jones. Let me see if I can find your comment so I'll be able to see what you wanted to say. But actually, I can't find it. So you can... Oh, yeah, here it is. He says, can you have an opinion on Ajax's right wing, David Neres? Not spamming, just want him to notice it, guys. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Yeah, when we talk about spamming on this channel, it only really means like if you put the same stuff in loads. Of course, if you want to repeat yourself a minute apart, that's absolutely fine. If I missed it and you want me to say it again, that's absolutely fine. Thank you, Loki Jones. Yeah, so I think David Neres is a really good option for us, actually, if Jadon Sancho wasn't available. Do I think that could happen? I mean, you know, we've already got this great relationship with Ajax, right? We've got this great relationship with Ajax. Let's just have a look at David Neres' stats here and stuff. Let's get him up real quick. But he's a player that's been talked about for a while and is obviously a very, very good player, but he's how old is he? He's 23. Very young, very talented player for 23. We've seen a lot of him, actually. He's a very talented player, Brazilian footballer, plays for Ajax, and, of course, the Brazil national team. He's had 7 caps for Brazil already, and he's only 23. So I think that is a great option. And like you say, because he plays for Ajax, because it's a player that... or a team that we have a good relationship with. We've just seen that with this Van der Beek deal. You never know, my friends. I think that's a really astute comment you made there, Low-Key Jones. Like, we're talking about Sancho, but if the Sancho deal doesn't materialise for whatever reason, whether it's money-related or agent-related or whatever, then actually David Neres would be a very good option, my friend. I think you're right. I think you're right, Low-Key Jones. I think he's a good player. He says, I think it's a great option if Sancho falls through. Thanks, everyone in the chat, legends. No worries at all, man. No worries at all. I agree with you. Good option, mate. If that Sancho deal falls through, he's a very good option because he's still young. He's still getting better. He's still improving. He's a Brazil international and he's 23. I mean, look, it makes a lot of sense. He fits into what we're trying to do too. He really does. And if Sancho presents himself in the future again, then United should try and get him as well. There's nothing wrong with having depth and quality and class in every area for days. Thank you, Jack Kernock, my friend. He says, just liked, great content. I'm from Leicester and support them, but my granddad supported United, so they have a special place in my heart. Top man, Jack Kernock. Thank you for getting in here with your story there, mate. That's very nice of you. We got a Leicester fan tuning in now. I think you might be the only Leicester fan that tunes in, Jack. I could be wrong, but shout out to you and your granddad as well, bud. Thank you, Dylan Gill. He says, Pig, the channel has been doing amazing recently. Absolutely, guys. Shout out to all you guys as well, honestly, because you obviously you've supported me for years on this channel now, and it is just starting to do really well. So thank you. I just want to say thank you to not just the new subscribers who subscribe, but all the old guys, such as yourself, Dylan, and everyone else. Big God Bob, QT007, everybody, you know who you are, who've been here for a long time. I really want to say thank you, guys. But now it's like we're getting players on the channel. Eric Nevland's been on the channel next week. We've got Luke Chadwick. We've got a well-known journalist on the channel next week as well, which we won't say about just yet. But we have been doing some bits on the channel, guys. We're making strides. We've got a lot of great supporters of this channel, and I just want to say thanks. Right, okay. Ellie says it's cool. It's just when the comments are straight after the last multiple times. When chat's fast, you do need to repeat sometimes because comments get lost. Really, that's very true. That's very true. I don't want to. I want to read out as many comments as possible. Sebastian Barton says Saul Niguez as replacement for Matic. Great shout, my friend. I like what I see from Saul. Very experienced, very good player. What about Thomas Partey? What about Thomas Partey as well? It's another great replacement for Matic. But we have just signed Donny van der Beek, so I'm not too sure if that's going to be a position we're doing. Billy Sheeran says, hope it's not Piers Morgan. How are you doing, Billy Sheeran? Man, what a twat Piers Morgan is. He's right up there with Alexis Sanchez for me. That guy's a melter. Primot says, subscribe to the channel and the pig will send you a nice pork pie. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is a lie. But thank you very much for that, Primot. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. If you have not subscribed already to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we have smashed 300 likes, everyone. So the hair's going to have to come out come the end of the show then, because I did say that. But it's looking shocking today, guys. But thank you very much for everyone that smashed a like on the vid. Hit that like button if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel. Get involved. We're not going to be around long. We've been waffling on for a good while now. I aim for 90 minutes every single show, which gives me enough time to cover all the stories and also interact with a lot of people. So thank you to everybody that takes the time to message in. My hair is looking jank, man. It's looking absolutely jank. But anyway, yeah, we'll stick around for 90 minutes. We've got about 9 minutes left of the show. I'll take it down then, guys. Screw it. Joshua Tan says collab with the United Standing coming. That's a good one. Federico Bolifo comments, says, "Core lads, how you doing, Federico? Right, let's get this hair down, guys. Let's get this hair down for you lads and lads. As soon as you... Oh, wait, I've messed up the parting. I've messed up the parting here. I've totally messed up the parting of the hair, man. Okay. Oh, no. We've totally messed up the parting, guys. Oh, it's all... It's all literally... Oh, no. Oh, my God. It's all... Oh my God, it's all stuck together, guys. Sorry, it's not... This was a bad call. This was a bad call. It's literally all stuck together, so... Oh my God. Oh my God. Right, anyway, there we go. We'll finish the video like this then, just for a laugh. But we have got some pretty crazy hair right now. Billy Sheeran says, is that Jon Snow on my screen? King of the North, King of the North, King of the North. Roa Coven says, I am an Ajax fan. Neves is not thinking about leaving. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would be. You know, I don't think Ajax would want him to leave either. They've just sold Van der Beek to us. I don't think they're going to want us to go and buy all of their players, to be fair, even if we do have a good relationship. What's going on with this bit here, though? Hang on, I've got to sort this out because it's hanging really weird. Oh, my God, I'm just ripping my hair out now. Anyway. Oh, shit. That hurt. That hurt, guys. I'm not going to lie. That hurt. But it's all bunched up. That's the problem. I shouldn't have done this anyway. Doesn't this remind you of the lead singer of Creed? You know what I mean? My sacrifice. Naruto Legend says, I'm sad because I'm balding. To be honest with you, Naruto Legend, it happens to the best of us, my friend. Well, not everyone, actually. Some people are very lucky. But I'm definitely going to go bald. My dad went bald. I don't know if you can see, but there's definite recedation going up here. Like, I'm receding, my friend. So I'm making the most of it while I can, dude. I'm making the most of it while I can. Get this hair out as much as I possibly can before I do eventually go bald. You know what I mean? Because it will happen to me. It runs in my family. It's hereditary. Thank you, Gungshi, says Pig, you Legionde, and he's got the old, hey, channel members, all the channel members, get in the comments with your piggy wild hair emojis, because I don't know if you guys know, all the channel members on the channel, they've got access to these nutty emojis, such as Roy Keane, Phil Jones, etc. What's going on, guys? Anyway. Oh, it's all knotted. It's all knotted together. It's not a good look. Matt Rush says Yusuf. Yes, later though. Let's see what Yusuf said. Shout out to Yusuf. He says, any news on Reguilon, Matt Rush? Right, yes. You'll have to come back. There's a little bit of stuff going on. Matty the Rushmeister's keeping me informed. But yes, if you want the news, guys, you'll have to come back on the channel later tonight, about 9 o'clock. Around about that. We're just sort of aiming for 9 o'clock, but it might be 9:30. It might even be 10. It depends what sort of news is coming out and stuff like that. And what we're going to get on, of course. So keep a lookout on the channel, though, guys. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new to it, subscribe. Click the bell. That way you'll be notified when we go live. Roa Coven says Roussillon at left back. It's an option. It's an option. We'll see what happens with this Reguilon stuff. Kayam says, Pig, I see you let Mankind out of jail. Mommy! Yes, I did. Where? I'll give the old mandible claw if you're not careful, Kayam, son. Anyway, Mr. Sacco! Absolute classic, guys. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you remember Mankind from the WWF back in the day, or the WWE, whatever. Okay then, everyone, I think I'm going to wrap this video up then, folks. We've gone over all the Manchester United news. Really appreciate it. Griffo Chaz says, good show. Wall of Joes there, says Gungshi. Is there a bunch of Joes? Hey, Robert Bell, shout out to you. He says, you look like Frank Gallagher from Shameless. Oh, mate. That is, you've done me dirty there, pal. I tell you what, I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do, mate. You're spot on, mate. I do look sort of scraggly, mate. I look scraggly like I belong on that estate in Shameless, mate. You're right. Loki Jones says, I think you should shout out your mods. Makes us newbies feel welcome. Utter legends. Absolutely, Loki Jones. You're spot on. I want to shout every single one of these moderators out because they do a great job of moderating this live chat, of course, but also helping promote the show, helping keep this community fun and clean and welcoming, like you say. Gungshi, G-Wolf, Ellie, Griffo Chaz, G-Wolf United, Matt Rush. Who else has been in this video today? Aaron Homeyard, shout out to you, mate. Absolute hero, honestly. Gungshi, Matthew the Rushmeister, everybody. I think that's all the mods in the live chat today. But all the other mods too, people like Rincon and First Class Gamer and all the rest of them. You know who you are. You're all a bunch of legends. So thanks to you. Honestly, thank you to you guys big time for helping me out on this channel. You're heroes, honestly. You're absolute heroes. Sham7 says, can I become a mod, Pig? To be fair, there's a lot of people in line for becoming a mod right now, such as Ryan Berberspin9. I think right now we have got maybe enough mods. But if things change, you know, that's it. If you're active on the channel, if you get involved with me on this channel and the community and you're a part of it for a long time, you never know. It's all about adding quality to this channel at the end of the day. And if you guys can show that, and if you're in regularly, of course, the people that are moderators are the people that are always in these videos, basically. That's who I've made mod. It's not just the people that support me and stuff like that, but it's also, they are in all the vids. So it makes sense to have them as mods, because they're here, they can oversee the chat. Plus, they're bloody legend. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Matt Rush, Gungshi. You're a bunch of heroes, guys. Aaron Homard says, you gaming later, Piggo. Do you know what? I don't know, Aaron. I don't know. I'm so gutted that I'm disappointed people on my gaming channel. Shout out to Flying Pig Gaming, by the way. Click the link in the description. Go and check out the gaming channel. Because there's just a lot of Man United stuff going on right now. I'm trying to get these 2 shows out a day. I may well do a gaming stream after I've done the transfer update video tonight, though. So keep a lookout for that one, bro. Anna Cool Meta says, are we in for a centre-back? We're not actually officially in for one yet, but we're still, there's talks of Badia Shield and Upper Meccano. Shout out to R Kings, by the way. R Kings, mate. You have been watching this channel for years. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a few people, actually. I did it yesterday, but just once again, because I noticed you guys were the first couple of, in the first couple of thousand people to subscribe to the channel. R Kings, you subscribed in March 2014, mate. Did you know that? You have been subscribed to this channel for over 6 years, my friend. That is awesome, dude. Oh my God, We Rock Hard too. Philip Lomax, Casing, Susan Havria, Stephen Zevon as well. I think I saw him at the start of this video. Stephen Zevon, are you still in here, mate? Shout out to you. You've been subscribed for a shitload of time. Steve FC, Nick Subling, Mark Dolman, Paul Lucas, Mojo K, I Like Norville, Cantonar7. Cantonar7, lad, yes! You have been subscribed for a shit ton of time as well, since the 7th of April 2015, bro. So thanks for watching this channel for 5 years, man, honestly. You're a legend, Cantonar7. Hala Ahmed, Red Devil United 77, James Mosscroft, Sandy Barrish. You know, I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody else on here. I'm just saying I really appreciate the fact that you guys have stuck with me for all this time. I just wanted to say that to you. And whenever I see you guys, you know, I just know that I really appreciate the fact that you've been here all that time. It's awesome. Yeah, nice one, Cantonar7. You top lad, legend. That's what a lad and a legend is. It's a legend. You're a legend, mate. Thank you, Cantonar7. Thank you. Well, hello there. Legend. That's great. Yeah, whether you subscribed 2 years ago, 2 minutes ago, 2 months ago, we're just happy to have you on the channel and appreciate you sticking by and getting involved. Hey, shout out Henry Frank, who's watching from Deltona, Florida. That is wicked, mate. Watching from Florida, man. I hope you're having a good time out there at the moment, dude. Appreciate you getting in here. Gungshi says, Pig, when did I subscribe? Sure, it was early on, but maybe I watched and subbed later. Been watching since Ginger Goblin days. Yeah, to be fair, Gungshi, I got bored after about the first 2,000 people. So I got really bored because I was going through the list, of course, like trying to see when people subscribed. You can put it in chronological order. You would have been on there early because I know you've been subscribing for, you know, you've been commenting for at least 5 years, Gungshi, at least. So you would definitely have been on there very soon. But yeah, so there's no doubt about that one in my mind. And a lot of you have been around here for a long time as well. It's just I didn't have time to go through the whole thing. Harvey Goddard, shout out to you. Ashley Michael says, how do you check when I sub? The only way to check is to set it chronologically and then go through every single page. So I'm not going to be checking anymore when they subbed. I'm going to be honest, guys. I just wanted to check the first sort of 1,000 odd people, to be fair. That's all. That's the only reason. I can't go through the whole lot. It'd be mad. What they should do is bring in the capability to just search a name and tell me when they subbed. That would make sense. All right then, guys. Thank you, Billy Sheeran, Lee B. He says you sounded like a drunk cockney with that legend. You absolute legend, mate. Or maybe an Aussie. You're a legend, man. Thank you, Lee B. Ellie, legend. JP, yes, legend says, I bet you get all my characteristics by now. Loud and stupid. You're not stupid, JP. You're a legend, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for getting in here. Ryan Sebastian Valles, Ryan Burberspin 9, Cantonar 7, Chi Wolf United, Gungshi. I remember when you and Nicola were preparing to go goblin hunting with toy swords and the like. Oh my God. Ellie, Mark Voot, JP, Nigel Humphreys, Sham 7, Ashley Michael, James Wright, Billy Sheeran, Ryan Sebastian. That's it. I'm going to leave it there, guys. But if I didn't respond to you in this live chat, understand that I tried to respond to everybody. But come back in a few minutes once this vid's finished and comment in the comment section about anything we've discussed in this video. Have your say. Come back. It's a great community, great debate, place for debate. Come back and have a mass debate with everybody in the live chat. Get involved. Thank you for watching. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD and also Flying Pig United on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the website. Make sure you check out the website as well, flyingpigunited.com, for all Manchester United news, up-to-date daily Manchester United updates. So check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. Ryan Burberspin 9. Well, hello there. Cootie007. Ray Reddington as well. You have missed the stream, Ray, but you can watch it back, mate. Don't worry. There'll be another one tonight, Ray. But Ray Reddington's been very active recently as well. Shout out to Ray Reddington. Everybody, that's going to be it from me. Thanks for watching. Get your thoughts and opinions in soon. This is the Pig on Flying Pig United. Take it easy. I'll see you later tonight. Have a bloody good day. Have a good rest of the afternoon. And hopefully we'll have a bit more good news for you later on. Stay classy, you bloody bunch of legends. This is the Pig on Flying Pig United. Take it easy. Nice one, James Wright says, big up credits. Oh my God, I still haven't put Hayden Alessandro and First Class Game Run people on here. That's all right, I'm going to do it by tonight, guys. I'm reminded myself now. I haven't been up that long today. Hey, but this is the credits, though, just to say thank you to every single one of the legends that supports this channel on Patreon. Really appreciate all the support and helping me do what I do on this channel, guys. Also, Tier 2 channel members on YouTube also appear on this list. Shout out to all of the Bacon Brigade members, though, and every single one of you who's watching this video right now and has watched this video today and got involved. It's been a great chat. Shout out all the people still in here at the end. Matt Rush, Ellie, Sham7, Gungshi, Aaron Homeyard, well, hello there, Simon Cameron, everybody, but certainly all the people on this list. Massive shout out to you guys for supporting the show in that way. It's massive. Thank you so much, everyone. That's going to be it for this show. Come back later. Shout out Draxler James. Come back later for the evening transfer update. I'll see you later on around about 9 o'clock, sometime between 9 to 10. Stay classy. Have a good day. Ted Zavala, you bloody legend. Everyone, JP, I'll see you soon. This is the big...